My name is Criseli Mendez, and this is my final video presentation over my course that I designed throughout this summer semester and for LTEC 5510. For this project, I decided to kill two birds with one stone. As a first grade teacher. Sorry, I've taught fourth grade for the last 3 years. Um, I wanted to help my problem of finding activities for the littles and keeping them engaged and moving throughout the whole day instead of just sitting at their desk. But one of the main problems that first popped into my head was closing the learning gap. After COVID, students have at least a 2 year gap from courses because teachers had to quickly adapt and were not, unfortunately, able to do their best teaching. Um, so with this, I hope they are able to have um, reteach moments and be able to spiral in multiple lessons throughout the year. And, excuse me, um, just keep them engaged and online since most of their work throughout the 2 years has been all online. One of the best ways to keep students engaged is technology. So I'll begin by showing my course. It has all been housed in, um, excuse me, in Google Classroom. And as you can see here, this is basically the home page where you can see where everything is posted. I can um, leave announcements for the students like today you will be working on this assignment, or this week we'll be focusing on week 1. And then we go to the next tab, which is classwork. And in classwork, I have created multiple subtopics, one being the documents that will not be included when it's presented to the students. And then theirs will start at resources. Under resources, we have included Flipgrid, virtual manipulatives, 100s chart, and extra games to be able to differentiate for those early finishers, and a final course evaluation as well. And then from there on, we have weeks 1 through 18, and majority of the um, topics have anchor charts, videos, they have main activity, and a quiz to work on independently, as we can see here. And it just depended on how difficult the activity might have been for the students. Some of them didn't include a quiz just because it would take them longer to practice their reading during word problems um, and so forth. And as we can see here, Flipgrid is just a website, and this is the link to where they will respond to assignments or respond to quizzes and reflect on their learning for that week. And then we have manipulatives. One of my favorite ones is the bear counters. And these are all housed in toytheater.com. And sorry. And you just drag and drop the bears as needed. So for instance, if you're trying to add 2 plus 3, you can pull 2 green bears, 3 blue bears, and that will give you a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And from there, these are all manipulatives just like that. And then we also have extra time games for those early finishers, those higher leveled kids, to still continue to work on that designated skill. No, it might not open. But it just provides games for kindergarten and first grade students, all in the math. They all look very exciting and engage, engaging to the students, but in reality, they are learning at the end of the day. And then from here, we have what put all this together, our design document. This was a beast to take on, I'm not gonna lie, but at the end of the day, it was very informative. Like I wrote in my personal reflection, made everything easier. At the end of the day, it had everything I needed to create, everything that needed to be done, and how it would be done, and why. From the learning theory, it gave us an idea of why we were making this and what goal we had in mind, which was to allow students to use their higher order thinking and memory to recall what they had previously learned in the main lesson. We also had all the goals we were trying to hit to make sure that all of our activities aligned to the goals and allowed our students to be successful. Any technologies we would need, other resources we might possibly need, and the learning activities themselves and what would be used on each week, from even the assessments and the timeline that they would be on as well, to make sure that they weren't finishing too early and I had time to do small group lessons. They were also able to teach themselves. And those are just my references. My final thoughts, this course was fast and furious, but I feel like it is the first time throughout this whole degree plan that I have actually had a full real life experience of what to expect. And honestly, it is not what I expected. There was a lot more um, designing than technology learning in this course. It was truly time consuming, but I am thankful, and this will actually be used in my everyday current job as a teacher, and made me truly realize how much lesson plans are important and maybe even take a spin on it off of this. Thank you so much and have a great year.